my pleasure to welcome you to the 2016 San Diego State All-University Convocation. I am Megan Collins, President Hirschman's Chief of Staff. It's great to see so many of you in the audience this morning. We appreciate you being here. Our guests today include faculty, staff, students, alumni, community leaders, advisory board members, and many others. Thank you for being here. I'd like to start by recognizing our new faculty and staff. We are pleased to welcome you to the San Diego State University family. SDSU is a wonderful and exciting place to work, to learn, to teach, and to do research. We look forward to the leadership, creativity, and energy that you will bring to our campus community. Our wish is that your years at San Diego State will be both productive and rewarding. We extend our most sincere welcome to you all. I would now like to acknowledge some of our university leaders and distinguished guests. Members of the President's Cabinet, the Academic Dean's Council, the SDSU Alumni Association, and our Associated Students Executive Officers. Could you all please rise and be acknowledged? Thank you for joining us. Our other guests joining us on stage are Professor from the School of Journalism and Media Studies and the University Senate Chair, Marcy Michelle Bober, President of Associated Students, Jamie Miller, President of the SDSU Alumni Association, Alan Dolgorov, Provost and Senior Vice President, Chikuka Nwameka, and the 6 recipients of the Alumni Association Award for Outstanding Faculty Contributions. Please join me in welcoming them. It is now my honor to introduce the president of San Diego State University, and my boss, Dr. Elliot Hirschman.
Good morning, everyone. One of the best things about being the president of San Diego State University is the opportunity to recognize the excellence of our community. And 2 weeks ago, I had the pleasure of presenting the Zuma Awards for Staff Excellence. The winners are here today in our front row, and it's my privilege to recognize their achievements. I'd like to ask our Zuma awardees to stand when I call their name, and I know this is challenging, but please hold your applause until we've introduced everyone. In the auxiliary category, our winner is Jennifer Esquivel-Parker, Assistant Director. Assistant Director of Government Affairs and Programming for Associated Students. In the manager category, our honoree is Jessica Rento, Associate Vice President for Administration in our Division of Business and Financial Affairs. And please stand and remain standing. Getting on logistics today. Team category awardees, Hithahis Mesa, Arthur Pasternak, and Linjan Anaha of Enrollment Services. In the innovation category, we recognize Edward Legaspi, who is an information technology consultant in Enterprise Technology Services. In the staff-to-staff mentoring category, our winner is Joan Goodwin, head of the circulation desk in Library and Information Access. And our final honoree for community service is Rosemarie Buzalaki, Administrative Support Coordinator in our School of Nursing. Okay, everybody who's been really excited, let's go. Give them a round of applause. And now it's my pleasure to introduce our first speaker, Chair of the University Senate, Marcy Bober Michelle.
Okay, I'll try to do this. It's a common problem. I don't know what to do about it. Good morning. On behalf of the faculty, staff, students, and administrators who serve in the University Senate, it's my pleasure as Senate Chair to welcome you to the 2016-17 academic year. We at SDSU have a long history of shared governance, though of course our perspectives sometimes vary. Fundamentally, however, we all believe in the value of working together to advance the university's mission. We are, in fact, guided in our efforts to build excellence by a strategic plan that focuses on 5 key and interrelated areas: student success and academic excellence, research and creative endeavors, diversity, internationalization, and community engagement. I encourage everyone to learn more about our accomplishments toward an array of area-specific goals by visiting the Strategic Plan website at sdsu.edu/strategic plan. Given our dedication to excellence, it comes as no surprise then that our WASC accreditation was, on July 8th of this year, reaffirmed for 10 years. Very few institutions of our caliber receive such a positive report. But today is not just about extolling our institutional accomplishments. Thus, I'm also thrilled to welcome our incoming freshmen and transfer students, and of course our new faculty. They're coming to an institution eager to revitalize a physical infrastructure sorely neglected during the recession. As all the cranes, closed roads, signage, and dust suggest, many of my new academic colleagues will work in recently renovated buildings or, in just a short while, new ones under construction. Similarly, students will increasingly find accommodations both on and slightly off campus that are bright, cheerful, welcoming, and technologically advanced. And of course, we can soon go shopping at Trader Joe's. Just saying. I'm pleased to share that we continue on a forward path to increase our tenure track lines and admit more students, whether local, regional, out of area, out of state, or international. But realistically, budget challenges remain. The state of California has restored only about 1/3 of the funding cut during the recession, so we continue to cultivate new funding sources that allow us opportunities to grow without compromising our commitment to the area and the larger state of California, as well as our teaching and research goals. Shortly, you'll meet just a few of the faculty that help us provide a strong and innovative learning environment. They're the recipients of this year's Alumni Association Awards, or the Monties, of course, for outstanding contributions to the university. I wish to personally congratulate each awardee for his or her accomplishments in teaching, research, and service. Like the University Senate chairs before me, I come to this position with a unique set of experiences. Over the last 28 years, I've been a master's student, lecturer, faculty, department chair, and graduate advisor, just to name a few, and my hair is grayer. Those roles help me see how and where we can improve lines of communication between and among faculty, staff, and administration, successfully guide students through an academic roadmap that sometimes may feel like a maze, update policies that no longer reflect our mission or create new ones, embrace emerging technologies without impinging on personal space or threatening our security, and build a culture of inclusion and true appreciation of our differences. One of the great benefits of my position is the opportunity to work with student leaders. I'm so impressed by their dedication to SDSU and their eagerness to engage their student colleagues and the larger communities. It is this internal, unrelenting motivation that helps them balance all they do as officers with their studies. Thus, I have the good fortune to introduce one of these student leaders, Jamie Miller, president of Associated Students. Jamie is a senior from Lompoc, California, a business marketing major with a minor in interdisciplinary studies through the Weber Honors College. Please join me in welcoming her.
Thank you, Dr. Bober-Michelle. Good morning. I am honored to be able to speak with you all on behalf of the students at SDSU. It's a great time to be a part of San Diego State University. The cornerstone of this university has been successful shared governance. It is part of what sets us apart and allows students, staff, and faculty and administration to be able to collaborate in order to accomplish more together. And we did accomplish more. This past year was filled with many achievements that I am excited to share with you all. Associate students broke a few records this year. The first was voter turnout in our AS general elections, with 20% of students casting their votes. And with the help of our campus partners, during Aztecs Rock Hunger, AS was able to raise over 400,000 pounds of food for the Jacobs and Cushman San Diego Food Bank, which serves San Diegans in need of food. 10% of that actually went back to our economic crisis response team in order to assist SDSU students who are experiencing food insecurities. And I'm excited. I'm excited to share with you all that this year that percentage will be 20%. Yeah. We continue to celebrate record-breaking as 14 of our 19 sports clubs qualified for national tournaments, with the dance team winning a national championship and the men's water polo team finishing second at nationals. Finally, AS awarded $400,000 in study abroad scholarships to 508 SDSU students to help give them the opportunity to study abroad. This coming year, there is still much to look forward to. This fall, we will be opening a 1,600 square foot student lounge in the first floor of the Student Union. This will be another space for students to meet, to share ideas, and to build relationships in a comfortable and homey environment. We will also be opening up the recreation field on the west side of campus. The 64,000 square foot field, complete with LED sports lighting, demonstrates and upholds our commitment to the Live Well Aztecs mission, serves the needs of 1,000 students who have been on a waiting list for intramural sports leagues, and offers drop-in recreation space. Along with the 2 new additions to our facilities, our team will lead a campaign to register students to vote, to further educate them on the candidates and propositions, and to offer them the opportunity to cast their ballots right here in Montezuma Hall, which will be the largest poll site in the San Diego County. This past weekend, we gathered over 70 of our AS leaders from both the San Diego and Imperial Valley campuses to discuss our vision and direction for the year. Our focus is going to be on marketing and outreach to all students on this campus in order to increase engagement across campus. We also plan on emphasizing our value of campus community in order to bring to the forefront what it truly means to be a part of our SDSU family. As I begin my senior year, I am grateful for everything this university has done for me, and I am humbled to be able to give back to it through my role this year. In closing, I would like to thank each of you for what you do for students and for SDSU. Go Aztecs! It is now my pleasure to introduce Provost and Senior Vice President Chikuka Enwemeka and Alan Dolgoroff, President of the SDSU Alumni Association. Provost Enwemeka joined SDSU in July 2014 as the university's Chief Academic Officer. He came to us from the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee and brings more than 20 years of academic leadership experience. Alan Dolgoroff graduated in 1992 with an electrical engineering degree. He has spent over 20 years at SDG&E in a variety of technical and leadership positions, which started as a summer internship his student days. He has been an active member of the SDSU Alumni Association for the past 4 years and is also a member of the university's Career Services Advisory Board and the College of Engineering's Electrical Engineering Curriculum Advisory Board. Please join me in welcoming Provost Chikuka Enwemeka and Alan Dolgoroff.
And now for the fun part and for what many of you have been waiting for. Our university has a large number of extraordinary faculty. Among them are master teachers, outstanding researchers, and leading providers of service within and outside the university, and a majority who even excel in all 3 areas of professional endeavor. Because of the generous donation and support of our Alumni Association, each year we are able to honor one such faculty person from each of our colleges with the Alumni Association Award for Outstanding Faculty Contribution, which is commonly referred to as the Monty. It is with great pleasure that I stand before you today to recognize the remarkable achievements of this year's recipients of the Monty Award. From the College of Arts and Letters, please dim the lights. from the College of Arts and Letters.
Language encodes a lot of culture, and it describes a way of being in the world that is very different for each language. And to be able to crack that code and to be understanding of others in a way that if you know the language, you can be, it's very special, it's very unique.
Dr. Marianne Lyman-Hager is the director of the National Language Acquisition Resource Center and a French professor at San Diego State University.
Dr. Marianne Lyman-Hager has put the Language Acquisition Resource Center on the national map. The center provides audio, visual, and technological support for language acquisition for students of San Diego State, for faculty of San Diego State, and for the larger community.
Our mission is to reach out to local communities, to train teachers to teach their language so that the language doesn't disappear in a generation.
In addition to community projects that support world languages, Marianne leads a diverse and multi-talented team.
None of the things that we've accomplished in the last 19 years would be possible were it not for the LARC team.
Working with Marianne inspired me to become a professional individual that I like to be. Her voice is so loud and she's really passionate about what she does.
The support that she provides, the vision that she gives, and also the trust and the faith that she has. So that really resonates with me.
We have to be able to understand and open to understand diverse cultures, and language is the key for that understanding.
Thank you. Dr. Marianne Lyman-Hager. Over this way. Thank you. From the College of Education. Video, please.
I think of teaching metaphorically like a backpacking trip. When I take others on a trip that I've been on before, I know the path, and yet each trip is unique. The students will experience it for themselves. And when we're on the journey, what they learn in the process is generally more important than the final goal.
Dr. Randolph Phillip is a professor of mathematics education at San Diego State University, where he researches the relationship between teaching methods and student learning.
Much of my work has centered on how teachers focus on children's mathematical thinking. Teachers teach what they know. And part of what we're trying to do is challenge teachers to think about mathematics in a deeper, richer, more meaningful way, and then draw upon that way of thinking about mathematics when they work with children.
And all the people who are watching you, they're all studying to become teachers. And so they want to see how children think too.
Cool.
When I was interviewing to be a part of the NOISE program, Randy said that I would be able to be like Superman. I'd be able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. And I just feel like I'm getting there.
One of the things that's amazing about Randy is how passionate he is. It's obvious that he gives so much to the profession and he gives so much to people.
You might say that Randy is a magnet for talent. We've been very fortunate to have talented people come to San Diego State just because of Randy.
Congratulations. When I'm mentoring, I'm learning with my student, and so the relationship creates a lovely opportunity for both of us to grow.
Rumor has it that Randy can recite the first 50 digits of pi while doing handstand push-ups.
Who has such vicious
Congratulations, we love you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Dr. Randy Phillip. Thank you. From the College of Engineering.
When I started civil engineering, I thought that I was going to deal with concrete, because that's what engineers do. I never thought, as I say in a blue moon, that I was going to be dealing with vegetation.
During his 36 years at San Diego State University, Dr. Victor Miguel Ponce has established himself as an accomplished teacher-scholar and an expert in water resources engineering. His latest research focuses on groundwater sustainability in East San Diego County.
If we continue to pump the groundwater in an uncontrolled fashion, the linear oasis and the vegetation associated with it will die, as it has happened here and in other places around here. So our purpose is to defend the oasis.
Dr. Ponce and I come here every couple of weeks to do our measurements. The way he's able to look at certain rock fractures or formations and be able to discern all this information just by looking at it. I think that's one thing that's always stood out to me, just his pure knowledge base.
This is where the water seeps through and reaches the surface.
There's some academics that just focus purely on academic and ignore the practical or field aspect of it. And what I like about Dr. Ponce is that he actually merges both.
One thing you notice about Dr. Ponce when you talk to him is that he is very passionate about his work, and he proudly considers himself to be a defender of Oasis.
There's nature out there, and we got to learn from her, and we got to respect her, because she's been around longer, much longer than we have. And that's really the essence of this whole thing.
Dr. Miguel Ponce. And now from the College of Health and Human Services.
Social work isn't really fully understood by a lot of society. In manufacturing, you can say we build cars and you can see how they operate. But in our work, we're transforming homeless people into people that have safe, quality housing, or we're transforming people with a mental illness into being able to function well. Some of those things are harder to describe and measure.
Dr. Thomas Packard has dedicated his life's research to the study of organizations in the public sector. He's taught and mentored students at San Diego State University for over 33 years.
I came here in 1968, and that fall, one of the first things I did was go to a teach-in. I remember at that time, I got a sense that there was a lot wrong with our big institutions, but they were really fixable.
Tom is recognized as a leading scholar of administration and social policy, focusing on how to improve organizations' quality of service.
Tom was one of the people I remember most regarding my education. He demonstrated a look in his eye that made me see the excitement he had in this, and I knew if I was going to make it in this field that I was going to need to have that kind of excitement about what I do.
Tom has taught over 4,000 undergraduates and graduate students during his time here. He cares deeply about his students, and he shows it.
Dr. Packard really facilitated the whole class for us to be more introspective, and it was like the only class where we had the opportunity to look really deep inside ourselves.
My main job in college was playing in a band. When we were performing, we could build on what was going on and take things to a higher level. And I think the job of a teacher is to show that we're passionate about our work and get them excited about things. And the synergy and the back and forth that you get, that's a lot of fun in a classroom.
Dr. Tom Parker. Thank you. From the College of Professional Studies and Fine Arts.
Bill Yeager is the Director of Jazz Studies at San Diego State University. During his 35-year teaching career, Bill established a nationally recognized jazz program.
Taking a piece of music and trying to not just make it good, but just make it excellent. I find that really exciting when it all comes together. One thing about jazz in particular, how you play the notes is more important than what you play. I find it very satisfying to see each individual student grow. If I can get them to be as passionate about the music as I am, that's what I'm really looking for.
Bill's been great. It's been a great privilege to get to work with him. He's pushed me to be a better musician, just a better person overall.
He really expects a professional, real-world attitude. So he has this great mix of being both casual and lighthearted, but at the same time demanding real-world quality.
Bill's professional approach to learning comes from his experience in the music industry. He's worked with musicians such as Tony Bennett, Ella Fitzgerald, and Frank Sinatra.
'Cause you make me so young.
Bill gives 200% of his time to SDSU.
Check 1, 2, mic. 1, 2.
And during all these years, he's remained committed, passionate, and selflessly dedicated to his students, to his colleagues, and to the university.
You really don't choose to be a musician. Music chooses you. The people that are largely successful are ones that they can't imagine their life without music.
Are you one of those?
I think so, yes.
Dr. Bill Yeager. From the College of Sciences.
There's differences in the way that environments have been designed, and some of those differences promote health and some create greater risks for health. Things like whether there's broken windows, safe intersections to cross, the quality of the sidewalks. There's a lot of research indicating that those kinds of factors, both social and built features of the environment, are related to health.
Dr. Linda Gallo focuses her research on environmental and social factors that are related to health. Linda works in Latino communities, researching how underserved populations are affected by their surroundings. Her research team helps to design appropriate health interventions.
Both in our research and in our interventions, that community integration is really important. We're working very closely with community health centers in the region, and they've played an important role as equal partners in our research. The Latino population is interesting in that there tends to be higher levels of diabetes, obesity, and related behaviors, but there also appear to be patterns where Latino populations tend to live longer than other populations.
Linda's a great mentor, and in fact, a lot of her students say that she's given them the skills to be mentors to that next generation.
Linda is a really wonderful collaborator, really easy to work with, super communicative. She's amazing.
Her work changes the community in very important ways. This is really an example of what San Diego State is all about.
Dr. Linda Gallo. Thank you. It is now my honor to invite President Hirschman to share a few remarks about our recent accomplishments and the academic year ahead.
Thank you, Provost Enwemeka, and thank you for your leadership of our academic program. Thank you also to Marcy and Jamie. I was going to say I look forward to working with you in our tradition of shared governance, but we've already been working this morning in our tradition of shared governance, so we're off and running. Very glad that Alan Dolgruff could join us today. Our 300,000 alumni are central to the Aztec family, and we appreciate their extraordinary support. The videos were just incredibly inspiring. I want to congratulate all of our awardees and ask you to please join me in recognizing them. I also want to thank our staff who planned and execute the series of events today. It's really an extraordinary challenge to bring all of this together. Please join me in recognizing our staff members. Convocation is a time to reflect on the past and consider the opportunities ahead. We are now beginning the 5th year of our strategic plan, Building on Excellence. And the Building on Excellence philosophy is a very simple one. We identify areas of excellence, and then we all work collaboratively across the divisions of the university to achieve even greater excellence in these areas. And over the last several years, we've seen the power of this philosophy in action as our efforts have garnered national and international recognition. We had an amazing year, and I'd like to celebrate just a few of our accomplishments. And I apologize in advance, as I do every year, that I can only cover a small fraction of the excellence on our campus. First, our 6-year graduation rate was a record 74%, and our transfer graduation rate was 86%. This extraordinary progress reflects the concerted efforts of faculty and staff, thousands of faculty and staff across the entire university. Many, many programs have contributed to this success. Our Commuter Student Center, the Provost Advising Initiative, the Aztec Scholars Initiative, our Sexual Violence Prevention Campaign, our partnership with the San Diego Housing Commission, our new Women's Resource Center, our newly remodeled Pride Center, our Math Center, our Writing Center, our Emergency Crisis Response Team, our Waitlist Implementation Team, and our Cashiers Advising Team, and many, many more. Please join me in recognizing all of those innovative approaches. The extraordinary growth of high-impact practices on our campus has made a critical difference. In the past year, a record number of students, studied abroad, participated in internships in the Aztec Mentor Program, presented original research at our Student Research Symposium, and enrolled in the Susan and Stephen Weber Honors College. Especially exciting developments occurred in entrepreneurship, where we were ranked in the top 25 by both Forbes and Fortune magazine. A $5.1 million gift from the Zahn family allowed us to establish the Zahn Innovation Platform and award the inaugural Erwin Zahn Spirit of Innovation Prize to graduating senior Austin Owens. International programs, ranked 15th in the nation, continue to support student achievement. 9 students received Fulbrights, 10 students received Gilman, and 3 students received Boren International Study Awards. Also traveling far in the past year were Ellison Grove, who interned at the State Department, Stephanie Castillo, a biology major, who carried out original research at the Smithsonian, and journalism major Quinn Owen, who interned for George Stephanopoulos at ABC News in New York. Faculty and staff certainly kept pace in the past year. Among many accomplishments, Alex DeNoble of the Lavin Center received the Presidential Award from the International Council for Small Business. Mark Sussman of Biology received the Distinguished Achievement Award from the American Heart Association. Carlos Herrera of our Imperial Valley campus received the Gaspar Perez de Viagra Award. Frank Harris III of the College of Education received the National Association of Student Personnel Administrators Research and Scholarship Award, and there's more. Kelly Duran and Una Ha were recognized by Insight into Diversity for mentoring young women in STEM fields. J. Luke Wood of Education received the Carlos Baello Memorial Award for Exemplary Scholarship. Forrest Rower of Biology received the Rosenstiel Award for Ocean Science, and KPBS reporter Jean Guerrero won the 2016 Penn Literary Award in Investigative Journal. Please recognize all of our faculty and staff. I told you it was quite a year. Research and creative endeavors brought special distinction to the university. We received $130 million in external funding, almost 10% more than the prior year. Efforts to eradicate health disparities in our community received special recognition. Our Comprehensive Cancer Center received $13 million to fight cancer in underserved communities, and an interdisciplinary team led by Suchi Ayala received a $10 million endowment from the National Institute of Health. Led by our Arts Alive SDSU initiative, momentum in the arts continues. 127,000 members of our community attended nearly 300 arts events on our campus. And as you see in the photograph, our SDSU Downtown Mega Concert sold out Copley Symphony Hall. Zirya Ben-Braham, a student in theater, television, and film, won the Kodak Cinematography Scholarship for his film Wake, and Chelsea Best and Maxwell Renner screened their short film at the Cannes Film Festival. Now, not to be outdone, Professor Randy Reinholtz will premiere his new play at the Oregon Shakespeare Festival. The arts are just one way that this community comes together. We continue to grow as a hub of intellectual life. The Provost's Distinguished Lecture Series brought Nobel Prize-winning chemist Richard Schrock to our campus. Vince Cerf, father of the internet, and Bruce Cole, former chair of the National Endowment of the Humanities, joined us on campus, as did U.S. Poet Laureate Juan Felipe Herrera and President Obama's inaugural poet, Richard Blanco. Celebrating Aztec faculty and staff, which you're seeing now, those efforts continue. The lecture series, bowling, and as from the laughter, a very exciting field day. And our unprecedented success in athletics continues. 5 Mountain West championships, including men's basketball and football playing in its 6th consecutive bowl game. We start with New Hampshire soon on September 3rd. Our campus is our community's home, and we undertook some very significant home renovations this past year. We completed the renovations of Zura, College Square, and Page Pavilion. We moved construction forward on South Campus Plaza, engineering and interdisciplinary sciences, and the Clay Gateway, and we completed our new intramural field. Collectively, all of these successes contributed to the momentum of the campaign for SDSU. In the 8th year of the campaign, our extraordinarily generous alumni, community supporters, faculty, staff, and students donated a record $107 million to the campaign, and the campaign total now stands at $725 million. And today, on a day when we celebrate our faculty and staff, I'm exceedingly pleased to tell you that our faculty and staff have now donated over $60 million to the campaign. Please join me in recognizing our donors. I do share that statistic with other university presidents, and they are quite jealous of that. Now, looking at the broader picture, the state of our university is strong. We received a record 83,000 applications this year, and our 5,000 strong freshmen have an average GPA of 3.7. We increased salaries for hardworking faculty and staff, and we have a stable, balanced budget. Please join me in recognizing that. The Education Trust recognized us as one of only 26 universities in the country that have increased graduation rates for students from all ethnic and racial backgrounds, and Forbes magazine rated us 16th in the nation for providing the best value in a quality education. All of this came together this year with WASC's 10-year reaffirmation of our accreditation. It was, and thank you to everyone who led the way on the reaffirmation. It was quite a year, so what's next? In the year ahead, we have an extraordinary opportunity to create even greater distinction. We named our strategic plan Building on Excellence to acknowledge the foundation of excellence that our predecessors created at San Diego State. Now we can pass a foundation of even greater excellence to our successor. In each of the core areas of the plan, student success, research and creative endeavors, and community and communication, we will advance our initiatives. In student success, we'll expand the Provost Advising Initiative and our learning and peer mentoring communities. We will support academic success through course redesign and supplemental instruction, and foster transformational educational experience by growing study abroad, entrepreneurship, internships, the Aztec Mentor Program, our One SDSU Community Initiative, and the Susan and Stephen Weber Honors College. New initiatives will include efforts to house more sophomores on our campus, our Sophomore Success Initiative, and integrate general education with our broader curriculum. In research and creative endeavors, we'll invest in the efforts of faculty, staff, and students to grow research, including our GRU Fellowship Program that supports grant success, enhancement of core laboratory, and additional seed and startup funding for our faculty members. We'll expand efforts to bring new perspectives to our campus. Alumnus Matt De La Pena, the 2016 winner of the Newbery Award for Children's Literature, will join us in the fall to give the Provost Distinguished Lecture Series. Arts Alive will infuse the arts throughout our campus with pop-up performances, arts-making opportunity, and curricular integration. In community and communication, we will complete the construction of South Campus Plaza, residences, restaurants, retail, and of course, Trader Joe's. This will provide opportunities for our campus and, equally important, our broader community. And we will complete the campaign for SDSU. As we enter the 9th year of the campaign, we're within striking distance of our $750 million goal. Our goal is to finish with a flourish, strengthening connections to our alumni, community supporters, faculty, staff, and students who have made the campaign a success. In the coming year, we will support our campus community by enhancing our campus climate for persons of varying abilities, redoubling our efforts to prevent sexual violence, and expanding the Celebrating Aztec faculty and staff programs. Among new efforts, we'll also pursue a campus-wide initiative to enhance information technology. Let's all work together. Let's rely on our shared governance tradition in making that happen. And we will make the summer a vibrant time for academic and co-curricular programs. Our goal is for all of these efforts to create a new foundation of excellence, one that will inspire even greater aspirations on this campus. Now, I am acutely aware, painfully aware in some ways, that these ambitious goals are presented in a time of great national strife. But ambition in times of challenge is, as each of you are aware, this campus's defining tradition. In 1931, in the middle of the greatest economic depression in our nation's history, we laid the cornerstone for our current campus, literally creating the foundation for today's success. And today, as we face the challenge of significant discord in our society, I ask you to reflect on one enduring truth. While we may differ from each other in some ways, something more profound ties us all together. We are all part of one SDSU community, and we all share the special privilege and the special opportunity to move this community forward to build on excellence. As we begin the new year, none of us can predict the future. It always calls to us with some uncertainty. But what I can say with 100%, with complete certainty, is that as in each of the past 119 years, the work that we do together will lay the foundation for our campus's future success and build our communal legacy. Thank you, each and every one of you, for everything you do for the university. I look forward to a great year.
Thank you, President Hirschman. We've covered a lot of ground in our presentation this morning, and the President's remarks will be available for viewing tomorrow via the SDSU homepage at sdsu.edu. A sincere thank you for sharing your morning with us. We hope you will join us for the appreciation luncheon immediately following in the Lee and Frank Goldberg courtyard. During the luncheon, you will enjoy a special performance by the Bassett Brothers, SDSU alumnus, and part of SDSU's Heart Power Performances, which is a music education program that works with organizations like the Monarch School for Homeless Youth and the Juvenile Justice Center. Again, thank you for being here, and best wishes for a great year. Go Aztecs!